Let me tell you a horror story. The Forgotten Lighthouse. On the desolate coast, where jagged cliffs met the churning sea, stood an ancient lighthouse. Its beacon had long since died, now serving only to whisper secrets to the restless waves. This place was a hushed warning, a forgotten shadow on the edge of the world. Eva, a young historian with a thirst for the unknown, arrived to uncover the lighthouse's mysteries. The townsfolk had tried to dissuade her with tales of madness and despair, but their warnings only deepened her resolve. She climbed the spiraling stairs, each step groaning under her weight, the air thick with salt and the stench of decay. The walls were etched with faded symbols, ominous warnings scratched by those who had glimpsed the truth and paid the price. At the top, in the heart of the tower, she found an ornate lantern. Its glass, coated with centuries of grime, seemed to pulse with a life of its own. When she lit it, a sickly green glow filled the room, casting grotesque shadows that danced and twisted like tormented souls. Hidden inscriptions on the walls flickered into view, each stroke revealing a history of dread. Then the whispers began, a cacophony of lost souls, their voices a symphony of anguish. They told of a pact made long ago. The lighthouse keeper, desperate for love and racked with despair, had struck a deal with a sea witch. In exchange for eternal devotion, he had become the lighthouse's beacon, bound forever to its stone walls, guiding no ships, only calling to the damned. Eva traced her fingers over the inscriptions, decoding the ancient spell. The lighthouse keeper's love had been unrequited, and now he was condemned to haunt the tower, yearning for release that would never come. The witch's laughter echoed through the howling wind, a cruel reminder of his eternal torment. As the clock inched towards midnight, Eva faced an impossible choice. She could break the curse and free the keeper, or she could leave and let his suffering continue, knowing she had touched the abyss and walked away. The lantern trembled in her grip, the whispers growing frantic, urging her to decide. With a heart pounding in terror, she shattered the lantern. Behind her, the lighthouse groaned and shuddered, collapsing into the merciless waves as if it had never existed. Eva fled the scene, her mind a whirl of horror and regret. She told no one of that night, but the memory haunted her. On stormy evenings, when the wind howled and the sea roared, she could still hear faint whispers, reminders of the keeper's eternal sacrifice and her own brush with madness. Years passed, and the lighthouse vanished from maps, its story lost to time. But the dark twist lay not in the keeper's fate, but in Eva's own. Each night she would dream of the lighthouse, the whispers growing louder, more insistent. Then, one fateful evening, she could resist no more. Drawn back to the coast by a force she couldn't explain, Eva walked into the sea. As she submerged, the whispers grew deafening. Her body turned cold, her eyes blank as the waves claimed her. The sea witch had not only claimed the keeper but also ensnared Eva. She became a new beacon, her soul bound to the icy depths, whispering to those who dared listen. And so, a new legend was born of a forgotten lighthouse and a historian who never returned. Some say that on stormy nights, if you listen closely, you can hear two voices mingling with the wind, a beacon's call and a historian's lament, eternally bound to the deep. The shadows of the past are never truly gone, and sometimes the call of the unknown is too strong to resist. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Quirky Critic signing out.